Hey there, deep divers, and welcome back to the Deep Dive Classroom. So, if you are a northern gardener, are you feeling that little bit of, pre-season panic right now? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. But today, we're going to take all that anxiety and turn it into your ultimate mid-March action plan, specifically for a Zone 5B garden. I know. You look outside, you see the frost, maybe there's still a little snow on the ground, and you think, I've got plenty of time. But here's the thing. Your garden has a secret clock, and trust me, it has already started counting down. The real question is, are you ready to keep up? But don't worry, in this quick explainer, we're going to transform that feeling into pure, focused action. Think of this as your personal gardener's boot camp. By the end, you are going to have a clear, stress-free roadmap to what could be your most successful season ever. We're going to break this down into 3 super simple phases. And first up is phase 1, prep. Look, you'd never build a house on a shaky foundation, right? Well, your garden is exactly the same. The success of your entire season, it all starts right here, with the work you do before a single seed even touches the soil. Okay, our first key number to burn into your brain is 6.5. This is your target pH for your soil. Now, why does this matter so much? Well, because at this specific pH level, all those crucial nutrients in the soil become available for your plants. It's kind of like the key that unlocks the pantry door for them. And here is our next magic number, 5%. You want your soil to have at least 5% organic matter. This is all the good stuff, the compost, the aged manure. It's what gives your soil that beautiful, crumbly structure, helps it hold water, and basically provides a slow-release feast for your plants all season long. So how do we get that perfect foundation? It really comes down to 3 non-negotiable steps you can be doing right now. Number 1, test your soil. You gotta know your starting point. 2, on the next decent day, get out there and clear out all of last year's junk, weeds, old mulch, you name it. And 3, get those tools cleaned up, sharpened, and ready for action. And really think about that soil test, cleaning up the beds, making sure your shovel has a sharp edge. This isn't just busy work. This is the work. This is what's going to support everything else you do for the next 6 months. All right, so our foundation is prepped. Let's move on to phase 2, plan. This is the fun part. This is where you get to be the architect of your garden, where you draw up the blueprint for a season of success. A really crucial part of your blueprint is crop rotation. Now, this sounds fancy, but it just means you don't plant the same kind of plant in the same spot year after year. So, for example, if you had your tomatoes right here last year, you're going to plant something totally different there, like beans this year. This one simple trick is one of the best ways to stop soil diseases in their tracks. Not sure what to plant? My advice is to start with the champions. For us here in Zone 5B, that means crops that are practically guaranteed to work. Radishes, you get an incredibly fast harvest. Leafy greens like lettuce and kale, super productive. And bush beans are just easy, reliable, and they produce like crazy. Choosing a few of these winners is a great way to build your confidence. And hey, here's a pro-level strategy to add to your blueprint: succession planting. So instead of planting all your lettuce at once and having way too much, you plant a little bit every 2 weeks. This simple technique staggers your harvest, which means you get a steady supply of fresh salads all summer long. Pretty smart, huh? All right, foundation is prepped, blueprint is drawn. Now for the most exciting part, phase 3, plant. This is where we finally take our first active steps and get a really critical head start on our short Zone 5B growing season. For those long season crops, I'm talking tomatoes and peppers, the clock is ticking right now. This timeline shows you exactly why. You need to get those seeds started indoors in mid-March. That gives them the 6 to 10 weeks they need to get big and strong before you even start hardening them off in early May to finally move them outside. But listen up, because this is just as important as what to start indoors. It's knowing what not to. These plants you see here, carrots, beets, beans, corn, they absolutely hate having their roots messed with. They do so much better when you plant their seeds right into the garden soil once it's warm. Seriously, trying to start them inside is just asking for a headache. This chart really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? That huge chunk of the circle, that's 6 to 10 weeks, that's all the indoor growing time you have to basically create before these heat-loving plants can even think about going outside. For us, that's usually around late May. Starting them now is how you cheat our northern climate. Okay, deep divers, we've covered the prep, the plan, and the planting. Now let's boil all that down into a powerful, practical to-do list that you can literally go and do this week. This is your official action plan. Let's go. Here it is, your 4 must-do-now items. 1. Get that soil test sent off. 2. Go through the seeds you already have, figure out what you need, and get your order in ASAP before the good stuff sells out. 3. Clean and sharpen those tools. And 4. Prep your indoor seed starting station. That means cleaning your trays, checking your lights, and getting your soil mix ready. That's it. Focus on just these 4 things. Whew, we have covered a lot of grounds in a really short amount of time. So let's just take a quick breath and recap the most important pillars of our little boot camp just to make sure they really stick. It all comes down to the 3 Ps. It's that simple. First, you prep your foundation. That's your soil and your tools. Second, you plan your blueprint, choosing your crops and where they'll go. And third, you plant for a head start by getting those long season seeds going indoors right now. And this bar chart right here, this just beautifully illustrates the payoff of all that planning. You can see how you'll get those awesome quick wins from things like radishes in just a few weeks, then those steady harvests from your bush beans, and then the grand prize, those huge, delicious homegrown tomatoes later in the summer. It's a strategy that pays you back all season long. All right. You officially have the plan. The panic is gone and has been replaced by purpose. Now it's time to get your hands dirty and execute. If you found this breakdown helpful, please do us a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the Deep Dive Classroom. To support the show, you can check out our affiliate links and our merch in the description below. And hey, if you've got a great idea for a topic you want us to tackle, drop it in the comments. We read all of them. I want to leave you with one final question to think about. What is the one crop you are most excited to grow this year? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for diving in with us today, and we'll see you in the next lesson, where we're going to break down exactly how to build the perfect seed starting setup, even on a tight budget.